Good afternoon, Lancaster. Welcome to Lancaster Connects. I am your host, Ben McClure, here in the Gardner's Mattress and More Lancaster Connects studio. I am joined by my friend Avocado Green Mattress today. This show is going to be a little different. Normally on Lancaster Connects, as you know, if you've watched the show before or a longtime listener, watcher, whatever, watchers, as they're sometimes referred to on this show, we highlight organizations in the Lancaster community doing amazing work here in Lancaster. So nonprofits, charitable organizations, community benefit organizations, other small businesses like Gardner's Mattress and More that have an angle to give back to the community. Usually we have guests on, we share their stories, we give them a vehicle to share their stories. If you've, of course, you might be watching this now on Facebook, on YouTube, on the Gardner's Mattress and More or Lancaster Connects YouTube and Facebook pages. If you're on there, give us a like on Facebook, subscribe. I just actually pointed to the actual subscribe button somewhere down here. There we go. Cameras and backwardness, and it's all awkward. But anyway, if you want to watch past episodes, you can go to YouTube and see all the past episodes. You can also go to lancasterconnects.com/episodes and watch all of those great interviews we've had in the past. This is actually episode 188, coming up on a milestone of 200 episodes here in a few months, which that's exciting. Might have some big plans in the works for that. But again, this show, we are going to be learning all about natural materials in mattresses, why you might consider a mattress made with natural materials, what you might be concerned about with other mattresses that don't use natural materials, and of course, what Avocado Green Mattress is and are. We are thrilled to introduce Avocado as a brand here to Gardner's Mattress and More's showroom floor. It's actually, even though Avocado is new for us, Avocado's been around for a long time. They're one of the largest producers of natural mattresses in the world. Up to this point, for the most part, they've predominantly been an online brand, which means that you get interested in them from doing some maybe initial Googling, researching on the website or on the web, and you land on their webpage, and then you get interested in Avocado mattresses, and you can, up to this point, you could only purchase it online, and they would ship to your house, and then you decide if you like it or didn't like it. Of course, you're buying it without ever seeing it. Now at Gardner's, we're one of the first handful of retailers in the country that has Avocado mattresses as part of our showroom floor. So it's really, really exciting to kind of be on the forefront of their expansion into retail stores. And we've got a 4-bed lineup from them, their 4 most popular models. And we'll talk more about Avocado mattresses specifically towards the middle part of this episode. But we're really excited to have them as part of our showroom floor. They've only been here a week, and we've sold a number of beds already, so a number of Avocado mattresses. So that's exciting. It is a very popular brand. But actually, having natural mattresses here at Gardner's is actually not something new for us at all. I've been with the business personally for 25 years. I'm coming up on my 25th year here. And we've had natural mattresses, or at least mattresses made with natural materials, on our showroom floor for at least that length of time and slightly longer. So when I say natural materials, I'm talking about materials like wool and cotton. You can kind of maybe see in the top of this mattress here some wool and cotton fibers instead of foam padding. The other material I'm referring to is natural foam rubber latex, which is made from the sap of a rubber tree. So they tap rubber or tap sap out of a rubber tree, combine it with some other natural materials, and make it into a block of foam. There's some other steps in the process, but we don't need to get into it. It is a natural material, and it's one of the most durable materials you can make a mattress out of. So we've had mattresses for many, many years that have had latex, wool, and cotton inside as part of the support and comfort materials. A number of the mattresses that aren't Avocado in the showroom floor. For example, our Posh and Lavish mattresses, which are really just around the corner from the podcast studio here. Those are some of the most popular mattresses in the showroom and have been for the last 5 years. Those are actually 100% foam rubber latex top to bottom, like 8, 12, 14 inches of 100% foam rubber latex. So those are some of the most, in my opinion, comfortable, durable, supportive mattresses on the Gardner's Mattress and More showroom floor. We've had other brands in the past similar to Avocado. We have one now called Harvest. That's a similar brand to the way to Avocado and build. It's similarly constructed. That's called Harvest. And we've had some other brands over the years. So, carrying mattresses made with natural materials is not something new for Gardner's Mattress and More. But again, we're enhancing our lineup with the Avocado Green Mattress collection of products. And we'll get into what these beds are and talk a little bit more about Avocado specifically halfway through the show. But we are going to be joined today. I said we didn't have a guest, but we actually do, and you know him. He is Chris Stone from Cast Ahead Productions. Chris, welcome back to the show.
Ben, let's get organic.
I love it. Yeah, Chris, you're this is maybe your fourth, fifth, sixth appearance to the show. I don't know, maybe more.
I'd like to say fifth because some call my rating as a producer, in the 5 range. So I'd like maybe
fifth rate production.
Yes, I feel like I've been along here for 120 episodes though, because I'm in the back pushing buttons, but always love to be on the side of the camera with you, man.
So the fifth rate joke is a complete farce. Absolute first rate production here at Lancaster Connects. Chris is the guy behind the scenes, pushing the buttons, making this show happen in a lot of ways. So, Chris, thank you for joining me
Thank you,
this beautiful afternoon. We're going to be learning. You've got some questions you'd like to ask me about natural materials, natural mattresses, why somebody might consider natural mattresses. So, and I guess I'm here to answer those questions, right?
Yes, you are the expert.
Right.
We're switching chairs. No, you're always the expert on this situation. I think the number one thing that when people look at anything that they want to brand organic or natural, it's like what constitutes that? Like what? And so specifically for mattresses, obviously in order for it to be, you are natural, you are organic, and there are certain materials that have to be included there. So what are those materials in order for something to be designated natural or an organic mattress? Yeah,
it's a good question and probably the most common question we get related to mattresses made with natural materials. So first I'll talk about regular mattresses and what's in regular mattresses to then kind of shift to what's inside of these mattresses. Most traditional mattresses that people are familiar with are made of two things. At least in the last 20, 25 years, you really have two common types of mattresses. You have traditional coil beds and you have memory foam beds. Traditional coil beds typically have a spring unit inside, and then they have layers of foam padding on top. That foam is typically polyurethane foam, man-made chemical-based foam. Sometimes, and more commonly, more recently, those foam layers might be memory foam. So material that's maybe more pressure relieving, more conforming to the body, longer lasting. So often they're referred to now as hybrid beds. So you have a traditional coil with some, comfort padding on top. But typical traditional coil beds, that's the construction. It's just foam-based padding. Memory foam mattresses are kind of like Tempur-Pedic, Nectar. We have some of these brands here, Dream Cloud. Those are mattresses made with memory foam. So maybe the whole mattress is foam, polyurethane foam, like a firm foam on the bottom and memory foam on the top that shapes and molds to your body. Super comfortable, super supportive. Well, I should say comfort is in the eye of the beholder. Some people lay on a Tempur-Pedic and love it. Some people lay on a Tempur-Pedic and don't like it as much. But they are some of the most durable and supportive mattresses that we carry here. The feel of a memory foam bed is quite different than the feel of a bed that has latex foam rubber inside, or even from the feel of a traditional spring mattress. I'm going to point over this shoulder. That's a bun sample from more of a traditional bed that has, you can see the blue there. Those are coils in the middle. And then there's layers of foam, polyurethane foam on each side. Those mattresses feel more like what you're familiar with, like a hotel mattress, or maybe something you'd have in your guest room, has more of a normal mattress feel. Memory foam is a material you sink into, and latex is a material you lay kind of more on top of, and has more of a kind of a buoyant, springy, bouncy feel. So the reason that somebody might consider a mattress made with natural materials, there's a concern that some people have about off-gassing and the chemicals used in the production of memory foam materials. I'm of the belief we have a wide range of options here at the store. We have enough mattresses, or I think, to meet as many different unique sleep needs as possible. We want to be somewhat of a one-stop shop for all things mattresses. So we carry memory foam beds with polyurethane foam. We carry Tempur-Pedic and have for almost 25 years. I don't think a manufacturer would knowingly sell us a product that we are then selling to consumers that they know is harmful. But some people have sensitivities to certain materials, right? Some people are super allergic to pollen and some people aren't. Some people have sensitivities to smells. And sometimes polyurethane foam can have a smell, especially when it's new out of the box. A lot of these manufacturers have gone to great lengths to reduce odors, from new beds. For example, charcoal packs, a lot of the things you buy, products you buy, clothing, whatever, comes with the little packs that do not eat, silica gel packs.
Yeah.
Like they have to tell you that. Don't
exactly.
eat this.
I was just going to pop this in my mouth. Why are you telling me not to eat it?
Yeah. So, I mean, picture that, but on a much bigger scale. Some mattresses that we carry come with those big charcoal packs to help, wick the odor away before it, the seal is cracked in your bedroom, for example. But again, some people have concerns about polyurethane foam or may have sensitivity, so they might gravitate towards a natural material. So to talk specifically about the natural materials itself, typically what we're talking about is the latex foam rubber, again, made from the sap of a rubber tree, combined with some other natural materials, and it is quite literally a block of foam rubber. I mentioned our Posh and Lavish mattresses. Those are made exclusively with foam rubber top to bottom. So 8, 10, 12 inches of just foam rubber, no coils at all. Again, to me, they're some of the most comfortable beds in the showroom. But again, everybody has a different opinion on what's comfortable. Some latex beds that we carry, or some natural beds that we carry, like Avocado and Harvest, are a combination of coils wrapped in an organic cotton cover, the natural foam latex on top. So now you have more of a traditional mattress feel, more of that, again, this mattress back here has that more traditional, normal bed feeling feel, maybe more like a hotel mattress might feel. It's not something that's, you lay on and feels, oh my gosh, this feels so different. Avocado mattresses really have more of that more traditional, normal feel. It's not a material like memory foam that you settle into. Latex is very kind of conforming and pressure relieving, but more of a buoyant sort of feel. It's kind of more uplifting in its support. And then the other materials that you commonly see in natural mattresses, and again, it's maybe hard to see here, but you have layers of wool and cotton. Wool is used as a natural fire barrier. A lot of mattresses, especially ones made overseas, which we don't carry here, almost every product, literally every product in the store is made in this country. A lot of products are sprayed with chemicals that are fire retardants. All mattresses have to meet certain flammability requirements, just like all products do everywhere. And some use questionable materials and sprays. Sometimes even fiberglass, which is dangerous to if it flakes and breathe it in. Natural mattresses, and again, most of the mattresses here don't use that stuff. But natural mattresses use wool as a fire barrier. So that's wool is also a natural material, or a naturally temperature regulating material.
Yeah.
So it some people think wool is only helps keep you warm. Well, it's true. Yeah, it can help keep you warm, but it can help regulate in cool temperatures as well, which is again a natural benefit of wool. And then the cotton, instead of thin polyurethane foam padding, they're using cotton batting as the comfort on the surface there. So typically those are the materials you're going to have in a natural mattress: wool, cotton, um, and natural foam rubber latex. Whether that's all latex or coils, it just depends on the brand.
Wow. It's incredible the amount of detail that goes into this, and the other thing too is, and for those that are just listening and not just watching, if you go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/avocado, this has a lot of the details that Ben is talking about. And I was today years old, Ben, when I found out what GOLS and GOTS and VOCs represent. But you talked about it. You broke it down in layman's terms for people that have a fifth grade education like me. No, but GOTS, which stands for Global Organic Textile Standard. So this is a global standard that these have to meet, and so the latex has to be there, and then the organic wool that you talked about is GOTS certified, which is Global Organic Textile Standard. So it's not just like hey, well, let's just slap the organic tag on these things. There's a whole certification process that you have to go through for this. And you mentioned, I wanted, I don't want to. It was 10 minutes ago when you said something about gas, and so. Yeah, well, hey, listen, when you're passionate about something and you know about something, and so you spoke about gases. Was that the VOC, the gases that are emitted from certain solids and liquids and products. And if people are concerned about something that they're bringing into their home that potentially has those kinds of things, these have been tested, like formaldehyde free, like all of these kinds of things. So if you're concerned about emissions, which I'm assuming that's what you were talking about earlier, but you said gas.
Off gassing. Yeah. So
off gassing. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not something that's just, only the mattress industry. So any product out there that has, polyurethane foam inside. Think of the cushions in your car, the new car smell,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's in there to cover up the newness of the foam that's in your car seats. Think about other sofas and furniture, all that stuff that has foam inside, polyurethane foam. Brand new, so when a mattress is made, it's, they're taking all the materials, they're stacking it up, they're putting a cover on it. Like, mattresses are made one at a time, and most mattresses are still made by hand. So somebody is taking, layers of foam and, putting them in a mattress. And, right away when it's made, obviously the manufacturer and retailers want to keep the product clean before it gets to the consumer. So it's sealed in a bag right away. So all those materials, that finished mattress inside the bag really doesn't have a chance to air out, if you will, until the customer's home. So sometimes, you open up the bag and you're like, oh, you notice there's a smell.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, it's not a smell that bothers them. Some people, again, are sensitive to those types of odors. If it's a concern that you have, in fact, and it could be with any mattress, doesn't have to be a natural mattress, we'll take the mattress out of the bag here at the store before delivery. So that, we have some spaces that we can, air out a mattress before it comes into the home. Some mattresses you open up and they don't have a smell, but that is a concern. Again, I don't think there's anything in these mattresses that's knowingly harmful. I don't think manufacturers would sell us products that they know are harmful. But again, some people have different sensitivities to different materials, and that's more of the concern. So, a lot of mattresses, even latex has its own unique odor. It's an odor that some people might be bothered by, and most people wouldn't be. And I should also comment, since I'm using the word latex is an allergen to some people, but it's not this latex. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an allergist. So if you have a latex allergy or allergy concerns at all, talk to your allergist. I'm not an expert on allergies. But what I know about latex allergies is that typically people are allergic to the synthetic version of latex. So think latex gloves, waistbands, like underwear waistbands, that sort of latex is what typically people are allergic to. They're not allergic to the sap from a rubber tree, which is the component of latex in a mattress. And the other thing is typically latex allergies are a contact allergy. So, again, you're like wearing gloves or, underwear waistbands, for example. When you're in contact with those things, maybe you'd have a latex and you have a latex allergy. That's when typically the allergic reaction happens. You're never in contact with the latex here in this bed. Ever. I mean, I am right now because I'm touching it.
Right.
But the latex is completely covered by the cover, the materials, it's completely encased. So there's never, unless you were cutting open your mattress, let's see what's inside.
It says avocado. Why can't I just slice it, right?
Slice it into it. Get to that pit. There's no way that you're coming into physical contact with the latex. So again, typically people aren't going to be allergic to this natural latex layer, and again, they're never coming in contact with it.
Yeah, that's a segue, and maybe you've already answered this
Yes.
Next questions, and natural and organic mattresses, are they hypoallergenic? I mean, dust mites, right? Mildew, mold, those that maybe have sensitive skin as well. And you touched on a lot of this. Anything else that in relation to these natural and organic mattresses being hypoallergenic?
There is. So there's really two angles to the conversation of being hypoallergenic, and maybe one is addressing a misconception. The materials in here themselves, the wool, cotton, and foam rubber latex, they don't support mold and mildew growth on their own. They don't attract mold, mildew. They don't attract dust mites on their own. So the materials themselves are hypoallergenic from that standpoint. The second part of the conversation goes to how you protect your mattress, how you keep it clean. And what I mean is keeping it clean from your body. I mean, we're gross, body oil, sweat, skin cells. We spend every night in the bed, 6 to 8 hours, times how many years are you going to own a bed? If the mattress isn't protected properly, all that stuff from your body, again, sweat, skin cells, oils from your skin, your hair, all of that stuff is going to collect in the sheets, and eventually, sounds gross, but it leaks into the mattress. Like, if a mattress isn't properly protected, you peel back the sheets and you look at, over time, you start to see this kind of yellowy sort of, outline, mummy sort of outline where your body was. It's gross, but that's normal. Our bodies are designed to release those moistures, right? Same thing with your pillow. Like, you take your pillowcase off, and if you're not protecting your pillow, you look at the pillow and it's yellow. Again, that's stuff from your body. That's a collection of sweat and skin cells. And that's what dust mites live off of. So any of these materials, any mattress anywhere can be a haven for dust mites, can be, an allergen problem for people if they're not properly protecting their mattress. And what is a proper protection of a mattress? And it's a mattress protector. I don't have a sample within reach here, but a mattress protector fits over a mattress, easy to take off and launder. Machine wash, typically hot water with the ones we have here, and tumble dry. But the idea is you can encase the mattress with a layer that's keeping you out of the bed. So if you're keeping that stuff out of the bed, the body oil, sweat, and skin cells, you're keeping the mattress clean and dust mite free, essentially hypoallergenic. So that's really the key. I mean, these materials, again, they don't support dust mite growth. They don't support mold and mildew. But if you don't protect your mattress, no matter what it's made out of, can be a problem from an allergy standpoint.
Yeah, and I'm noticing too, you mentioned mattress protector. Avocado does have mattress protectors, and I'm seeing pillows and sheets as well here available at Gardner's, and I'm seeing them all online. If you go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/avocado, not the avocado that I had for breakfast, but hopefully the avocado that I rolled out of this morning before I went and had my avocado toast. Yeah, it's this is listen. I love doing this. I love doing this because it's sort of free sleep consulting for me and everybody else, and hopefully you'll have more people approaching you at the gym. Like, I never knew that I had to know so much about organic mattresses and the importance of that. So, this was absolutely been that a question that I had, and that is, do these last as long as traditional mattresses? You hear this all the time, right? Is that, oh, they don't make them like they used to, and people have bought things that were labeled, whatever, it's safe for the earth, and I think there's a misconception maybe that people think that it doesn't last as long and it's just sort of withers away because it wasn't made with that stuff that it used to be made back in the 60s or whatever people are thinking. So maybe share how long you can expect these to last. Do they last as long as others?
So how long do you have, Chris?
Okay. For you, all day, man.
All right. So the short answer is absolutely lasts as long as most traditional mattresses, if not longer, because of the quality of the materials in these mattresses. Again, another part of the short answer, foam rubber latex, it's made from the sap of a rubber tree. Rubber, by definition, is extremely durable. So some of our mattresses that are around the corner made with all foam rubber latex, no other materials, they can last 20 years and longer. We pull latex mattresses out of people's homes that have had latex mattresses. This might sound crazy, but 30, 40, 50, 60 years. We have a block of someone's mattress that's over 70 years old here in the showroom. We pulled it out and we cut off a corner and we put it sealed it in a plastic bag. Yeah, it's kind of like, but
Yikes.
The point is the cover on that latex mattress. I mean, the sample is only like 5 inches thick. Mattresses back then were not very thick. The cover is threadbare, like it's almost gone, but the latex itself is completely intact and not at all compressed or showing signs of wear. Now, the latex itself, the layer, because it's exposed to the air, it's oxidized. So the outer crust is kind of crumbly because it's oxidized, but the latex itself, the core itself, is completely intact. So the reason I bring that up is it's a testament to the durability of latex. I do not recommend keeping a mattress of any kind for that long, but that's a reality for that person. She had a mattress for that long, and it was absolutely as supportive and durable as the day she got it. So to kind of backpedal back to the beginning of the question, typically mattresses should be replaced every 8 to 10 years. Like if it's the mattress that's behind me, quality springs inside, some traditional polyurethane foam padding. Actually the exact mattress back there is a flippable bed. You can flip and rotate. Expected lifespan of that is probably 10 to 15 years because you can flip and rotate, get more even and equal wear and tear on the mattress. A lot of traditional beds that are just one-sided, like I was talking at the beginning of the show, traditional coils, some cheap polyurethane foam on top, pillow top, something like that, 7, 8 to 10 years. Again, it all depends on the quality of the materials. There's traditional beds that last much longer or much less length of time than that because they're the cheap materials. And then, of course, when you start talking about higher quality memory foams, high quality foam rubber latex, all latex beds, then you can get into beds that are, 10, 15, 20 plus years. So it depends on the materials inside, but generally natural mattresses use high quality materials because, again, we're talking about foam rubber latex that does keep its shape and feel for quite a long time. I would expect avocado mattresses to last at least 10 years, if not longer. 10 to 15 and maybe even 20 for some of their beds that have more latex inside. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, my initial thought is, well, typically you should, and I've heard this before, every 8 years you should be changing your mattress.
Yep.
And the whole flipping thing, again, today years old. So, I mean, is that like tire rotation? Like you just have to flip your mattress?
Yeah. And this is a whole show in and of itself. It's probably another one of these shows that we'll do down the road. What the flip, right? That's what we'll call it.
Okay.
So mattresses up to maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago, were almost exclusively two-sided beds. Most mattresses back then were maybe 8, 12, 10 inches thick. Nice quality coils in the middle and a little bit of padding on each side. In fact, a lot of mattresses made way back when were coils and cotton. There was no polyurethane foams. Polyurethane foams were introduced because they were inexpensive to manufacture and they were typically more comfortable padding. So what you've seen over the last last 20 years are mattresses made with, like maybe good quality coils inside, but like this much cheap polyurethane foam padding. You see a mattress that's like 18 inches thick. It feels like $1 million in the showroom. But it's only like $9.99. You get it home, and within a month, you've got this indentation.
Yep.
That's kind of been the unfortunate trend of the industry over the last 20 years. Make these big, gorgeous-looking mattresses. They feel like $1 million in the store, but unfortunately, they don't keep their shape and feel. The problem is when you have this much cheap foam padding, well, there's that much, opportunity for the mattress to sag if the material isn't keeping its shape and feel. The reality is, though, you need a good support coil in the middle, but you don't need all this padding on top. You notice like this mattress here is the top end Avocado mattress that we carry. That's 3 inches of foam rubber latex and a little bit of wool and cotton padding as comfort padding on top. You don't need any more than that. You just need enough to conform to the body. Of course, the coils themselves have the ability to shape and mold to the body. You need better support. Sometimes mattresses with this much padding, you hammock into the bed, they're not supportive enough. Every body shape and size is going to have a different support requirement. But the reality is you just need enough cushioning to be pressure relieving and to be comfortable. You don't need all this extra stuff. So, about 20 years ago, we started talking about flippable. 20 years ago, that was the trend. You'd have, instead of two-sided mattresses, you'd have the coils on the bottom, and again, all this padding on top. We carry a couple different brands of two-sided mattresses. In fact, we've carried two-sided mattresses for many, many, many years. For the 14 years that we've been here in this physical location for Gardner's, we've had two-sided beds, and we have a kind of a niche in those products where you can flip and rotate the bed on a routine schedule. So a lot of people will do it maybe twice a year. They'll do it like, I don't know, July 4th and Christmas or something, or they'll flip it on a birthday or, whatever, spot they check off on the calendar. But it's a good thing to do with any mattress. At least rotate the bed 180 degrees. Because usually sleep partners have different body shapes and sizes and weights. Yep. So to get even wear and tear, it's a good idea for one-sided mattresses to rotate at 180 degrees. But regular mattresses you can flip and rotate. And I think it's something you should do every 6 months or so with a two-sided bed.
Okay, so reasons for avocado specifically in organic and natural mattresses. Obviously, environmental benefits. Check, right. The benefits of longevity. Another check. Comfort. Another check. So, what about price? Is this? I think this is another sort of like speed bump in the road as someone's considering options that are not organic versus this.
Yep.
What are the sort of justifications here for being able to do this? Because I would assume that they may be a little bit more expensive than those that aren't natural and organic.
So it depends on what we're comparing it to. These avocado mattresses for the Gardner showroom, they are smack dab in the middle of the showroom. We have mattresses up to 10 grand, and we have mattresses that are, more guest room quality, maybe not every night sort of, that are $599, right? And we carry a whole range of products in between. There's probably 65 or 70 different mattresses in the showroom. These avocado mattresses or anything with natural materials is going to be a little bit more of an investment because of the organic certifications that these and qualifications that these mattresses have to meet. We talked a little bit about that. For example, the organic cotton, the wool, the foam rubber latex itself. To meet these standards, the farms and plantations where the trees grow, for example, the rubber trees go, they have to be organic certified farms and plantations and all that. So there's a cost involved in that.
Sure.
There's a cost, you think about when you buy organic produce, you just know you're going to invest more in it because you're looking for something that without the pesticides and all the chemicals that they use in production of food that's not grown organically. So, avocado mattresses, harvest mattresses, Posh and Lavish mattresses are in that vein that you will invest a little bit more in natural, healthier materials. But again, it's what you compare it to. This particular mattress up top here, I'll just kind of turn it around. This is their basic, what they call their green model. The coils underneath, the support coils underneath, a nice 2-inch layer of foam rubber latex, some wool and cotton in the quilt. That mattress in queen size is $19.99. And that's really in line with a lot of the beds in the showroom floor. That's kind of right in the middle, between $19.99 and $29.99. Probably half of our mattresses fit into that price category. I think this one here is a little bit closer to $3,700. I don't have them off the top of my head, but here you have more of the wool, cotton, more latex, just kind of more going on in the bed. A little bit more of a luxurious feel with this mattress compared to this one. But, the best thing to do is, come into the store, lay down on these beds, see what feels right for your support needs, compare them to other beds. I keep pointing to the bed that's behind me here. That 2-sided bed with, actually that particular model has a little bit of latex inside. It also has some polyurethane foam and coils in the middle. It's 2-sided. But that one's in a very similar price category, maybe only slightly less than this one, $100 or $200 or so. So, it's not that avocado is like twice as much money as something that's comparable that doesn't have the natural materials. It's really in line with the rest of the products on the showroom floor. And of course, you compare it to other premium brands that we carry. Tempur-Pedic, for example, is a good Tempur-Pedic is a good example of this. Most of the Tempur-Pedic beds in queen size are $29.99 on up. And they don't have natural materials inside. So just because it has natural materials doesn't mean it's going to be like so much more expensive than everything else. It's, these avocado beds are really value priced from if we're comparing it to everything, they're really in the meat of the range for what we sell here.
Yeah, and I think you talked about this earlier. There's nothing like somebody just going, okay, I definitely want this organic thing. It's within my budget. Lay down on it. Do you like it? Does it feel? Is it comfortable for you? Does it fit your body type? Like all of those other things are probably a monstrous factor in somebody walking out the door with a new mattress. And the other thing too, and this wasn't necessarily a question, and we touched on this. Do we want to talk about any of this other stuff here? I'm assuming these are the protectors, these are the pillows, the cases, the sheets. These things they look really cool. I mean, like if somebody's going to say this is our organic and natural section, I mean that's what this looks like to me. It looks very just sort of very cool, very somewhat basic in the best. I mean that in the best way possible. Great presentation. Here from Avocado.
They know what they're doing for sure. So what you're looking at there on that rack up top are sheets. So let me back up. So Avocado knows somebody that's looking to invest in a natural mattress. They're not going to put just any old sheets or pillows or protector on the bed. They want the same level of health, I guess, or healthiness for those products as well. So we carry the Avocado brand sheets. I don't know if this is going to show up here, but kind of a cream color or a white organic cotton sheet sets, good quality sheet sets. We carry them at Gardner's in all sizes. The mattress protector as well. They have a waterproof mattress protector that is certified organic cotton. Again, keeps your mattress free of all the gunk from your body, the body oil, sweat, skin cells, all of that. So we carry the mattress protectors. And then pillows too. So I have one of the avocado pillows here, the one that's on the screen here. That's actually made with, pull it up here. I don't know if it's going to do anything on the screen, but inside the pillow is foam rubber latex and kapok. Kapok is a natural material that grows in pods on trees. It kind of has a feeling of, you can kind of see it there. It kind of has a feeling of wool, but it's not wool. It's not from a sheep. It's from a tree. But it's a really comfortable material to put in a pillow. So that's what's inside this particular pillow here that I'm holding. Shredded latex and kapok. Really nice, soft. You can kind of see it's a fluffy pillow. It's a pillow that you can kind of shape and mold for you people that like to hug and cram and crush your pillow. This is a good pillow for that. You can kind of flatten it out for back sleepers, and you can kind of puff it up for side sleepers. So we have that pillow, and then we also have the kind of more standard avocado pillow that has a block of foam rubber latex inside. So none of the kapok, and it's not shredded latex; it's molded. So again, good side sleeper pillow, back sleeper pillow. But again, both of those pillows are available at Gardner's. You can test them out here on the Avocado mattresses. Of course, the pillows, or I'm sure the sheets and the protectors, we carry those as well. So it's not just the mattresses. You want to protect it and have the comfort of the sheets on top. We had a whole show about sheets and why you might consider one over another. The avocado sheets are really, really quite nice. And then of course the pillows to kind of round off the sleep system there.
I didn't even know what did you say? Kapok? Is that how we call it?
Kapok. Is it there on the screen? I don't know if
it doesn't. It doesn't say kapok. It kind of looks like a soft white, almost insulation. The way it looks.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yep. It's really, again, it's hard to describe, verbally, but it, when you touch it, it feels like wool. Like you're just like wool that was harvested, and you touch it, it kind of has that feel. But it grows in pods that grow on trees. I'm not sure exactly where it grows. It doesn't grow around here. But it's a really cool material that is commonly seen in pillows.
Kapok. Excellent. Sold. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know even more about avocado mattresses and all of the accessories that we talked about here, Gardner's Mattress and More.com/avocado, not the kind you put on your toast in the morning, but the kind that you wake up happy with. So
that's right.
Right. I love shows like this because I get to I get to be better informed and push the buttons.
Yep.
So I'm happy.
The double whammy, right?
That's right. All right.
Well,
so
cool.
Yeah. Anything else we have to cover for? I'm out of questions. My questions are answered.
So a couple things. Somebody might be thinking, well, these avocado mattresses sound great. It's cool that I can try it out in your showroom, but you're a retail store. Your price is going to be more than what it is online, right? Not the case. We are authorized to honor all avocado promotions and specials if they are, offering a discount, if they have a long-term financing promotion, if they're offering free accessories, whatever the offer is on the Avocado website, we are authorized to honor here at Gardner's Mattress and More. What you do get also with besides the investment in a fantastic mattress that'll help you wake up happy, you also get the service that you come to expect from Gardner's Mattress and More. So we have our crew, our delivery and service crew, Sean and John. They are our employees. They've been here with us for a long time. We have our own truck. So it's our crew, our truck, bringing you your new mattress. Part of the challenge with these mattresses or anything that you might buy online that's large, like a mattress, a lot of these things, it's maybe convenient to have it show up at your doorstep, but then you have to do something with it once it reaches your doorstep. These mattresses are heavy. Why do you want to, have it be on your doorstep, maybe in the rain or elements, then you have to drag it inside, then you have to open it up, you have to let it expand, you have to drag it upstairs, you have to, two of you have to hoist it onto the bed frame. What do you do with your old mattress? Like, we've got all of that handled here at Gardner's Mattress and More. We remove the old bed. It's our crew that comes into the house. We wear clean shoe protection when we come up your steps. We put the mattress on your bed frame. We remove all the packaging materials. Like, you don't have to touch any of it. Some of these mattresses we keep in stock in some of the popular models and sizes, and others we can get for you within about a week to 2 week order time. It just depends on when we might place the order. So it's quick and convenient. Delivery, setup, removal. Don't, force yourself to do it yourself. Don't hurt yourself trying to take a heavy mattress up the stairs or your old one out. Let Gardner's Mattress and More do it for you. So all the service you come to expect from Gardner's Mattress and More applies to these products as well.
Plus, you get to go in and get better information and test out stuff. And, again, it's like, at this point, it's like, why would you buy something that you are going to sleep on for 8+ years from a picture that you saw online? There's just nothing like walking into a store, not feeling threatened from a sales perspective, and just going and laying out a bunch of options. It's great to have shows like this and websites like Gardner's, and where you can get a book sent to you and see that there's guides there at the store as to where you're like, okay, all my questions are answered, and I've laid on 16 different options, and this is absolutely the one for me. So buying a mattress, folks, don't buy it and have it shipped to you in a box and then have it completely decompress and lay on it and realize it was the wrong one, because that's going to set you back physically and mentally for potentially years.
Well, that's the other side of it. It's like you get it home, or it ships to your house, and then it's like, you have this anticipation of it being fantastic, and if it's not, then what was it all worth, right?
Exactly.
So, use our showroom. We're here 7 days a week.
The Dream Room, is the Dream Room still open?
It is. It's open for business.
We haven't talked about the Dream Room on Lancaster Connects.
We've got a whole list of shows that we can work on. We'll bring it back. Bring it back, Corey.
That was a little tease.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for being on
Thank you,
asking the questions that you have
man.
Related to natural materials and natural mattresses. Again, we're really thrilled to have the Avocado products on the showroom floor. They've, kind of hit the ground running with a number of sales here so far in the first week that we've had them here, and we're really excited, to be an authorized retailer for the Avocado brand. And again, it just continues what we've always done with natural and organic materials in mattresses. We've carried them for quite a long time, and again, if you have concerns about the mattresses and the materials that are in mattresses, polyurethane foams, off-gassing, allergies, a natural mattress made with natural materials might be a great fit, and Avocado is a wonderful option. So again, to learn more, gardnersmattressandmore.com/avocado. Check them out. Stop into Gardner's Mattress and More. I don't think we set our address. You can Google it, obviously, but 830 Plaza Boulevard here in Lancaster, 17601, right behind Park City Mall. If you go around the mall, the backside of the mall, we are the building next to the shopping center that has the TJ Maxx in it. And we have a jewelry store, great neighbor, connected to us. They're a Vanscoy Maurer and Bash Jewelers. So a lot of people know them. If you find them and you pull into their parking lot, you find Gardner's. We're right there. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching and tuning in to learn about natural mattresses. Had a great time. And if we can help, let us know. So we will see you on the next connection here at Lancaster Connects.